Hey everyone, I'm back. Baby Jane has arrived safely, and now I wanted to just talk to you guys about the process of labor. So during the first stage of childbirth, regular uterine contractions signal the first stage of childbirth in the beginning. Uterine contractions efface and dilate the cervix, which needs to widen to 10 centimeters to allow the baby to pass. Dilation causes the most pain. Um, the first stage is the longest and may last from a few hours to a day. Mine lasted about 24 hours, so it was pretty long. Um, Contractions get to 4 to 5 minutes apart before advised to go to the hospital. I didn't have a hospital birth, so I called my midwife around the 4 to 5 minute mark, and she was pretty prompt at showing up. During the process of becoming fully dilated, the head of the fetus moves into the vagina, called transition, during which contractions are frequent and strong, lasting about 30 minutes. So that was a pretty rough stage to go through, especially unmedicated, but I found that the birthing tub really helped calm and relax me, as well as having dimmed lights, meditation, light music playing in the background, etc. Everything went pretty much according to my birth plan, so that was really good. Stage 2 begins when the baby appears at the opening of the vagina, lasts only a few minutes to a few hours, and ends with the birth of the baby. This went pretty quickly for me. I only had to push a few times. I got to have a mirror to see the baby coming out, and I got to hold her head as she was born. Mucus is suctioned from the baby's mouth, and once breathing adequately, the umbilical cord is clamped and cut. My husband got to do this, so that was pretty cool. The baby is then whisked away for vitamin K shots, blood testing, and antibiotic eye ointment. So because I had a home birth, I got to spend the first 2 hours having skin-to-skin contact, breastfeeding my baby before she was whisked away for any of the shots and blood tests. And I opted out of the antibiotic eye treatment, so that didn't happen either for me. And then stage 3 lasts from minutes to hours. The placenta separates from the uterine wall and is expelled through the birth canal. Some bleeding is normal. This was pretty easy for me. It came out pretty quickly after the birth. I didn't have too much of a hard time pushing out the placenta, so I'm glad that that went well. Neonates and APGAR. Based on the 5 signs of health: appearance, pulse, grimace, activity level, and respiratory function, my baby scored a 9, which is a very healthy APGAR score. Characteristics of neonates: they have the rooting reflex, the Moro reflex, the gasping reflex, stepping reflex, Babinski, and tonic neck reflex. Newborns can see but are nearsighted. They can see objects 7 to 9 inches from their face. They do not have peripheral vision. Newborns can hear well and will usually turn their head towards sounds as early as the first day after birth. Newborns can smell and turn away from unpleasant odors. They prefer the smell of their mothers, especially breast milk. Newborns can taste and prefer sweet tastes and have a calming effect. So sweet tastes have a calming effect, sorry. Touch is very important for healthy development. As I said, I was really big on skin-to-skin contact for the first 2 hours after my baby was born. Newborns spend about 2/3 or 16 hours a day sleeping. They distribute this throughout the day and night through a series of naps, crying for communication, and soothing, allowing them to suck. So Jane has been sleeping most of the day. She's sleeping right now. And she still wakes up every couple hours in the night to be fed. I breastfeed on demand, and so a lot of the time I'm breastfeeding just to soothe, which is something that not everyone is into, but I find it very important. So yeah, that's it for the stages of birth and what happened during my labor and delivery with baby Jane.